Good morning, friends. Myself, Professor Tawalchand Darana, and today's we will discuss last concept of ER model. As previously, we will discuss so many things which will help to represent our entity relationship model. Today, we will discuss some last point which are really important to represent our ER diagram with help of a limitations of ER diagram, aggregations in ER diagram, and reduce the ER diagram to the database scheme. So today we will discuss three different points of entity relationship model. Start with the limitations of ER diagram. We will study so many fundamental things which we are really important in ER diagram. But now today we will study some limitations which we are not performing in through the ER diagram. So let's see. In ER model, we cannot express a relationship between two relations. Means we can't connect a two relationship with help of relationship set. Means a relation 1 and relation 2. I think you are know how to represent a relation in ER diagram. In our ER diagram, if you want to mention or represent a relation, we can take a diamond symbols. But one of the limitation is if we want to connect a two relation with the relationship sets, it is not possible in ER diagram. So what we are doing now, we need to convert our relation with help of entity, because we can connect a two or more than two entity with help of relationship set. So it is a limitations. We can say that a ER model, we cannot express the relationship between the two relationship. So you can easily understand which one is the right one and which one is the wrong one. Now second thing, it is the important concept of exam point of view, aggregation in ER diagram. We can take a simple example. A company is one of the entity, employee is an entity, department is one of the entity, and loan it is one of the entity. With help of works, it is known as a ternary relationship. As per previously we discussed that if three entities are connected with the single relationship, is it's known as a ternary relationship. So it diagram mentions that employee, department and company are connected with the single relationship set, it is known as a works. And a works and a borrower, two relationship is connected with the help of loan entity. But previously we said that it is the limitations, we can't connect two relationship set in our ER diagram. So with help of aggregation, with use of aggregation, we are performing, or we can say we are connect a two relationship with ER diagram. So cannot be connected to relationship, because previously we said that it is the limitations of ER diagram. But if you want to mention, or we can say if you want to connect a two relationships in a ER diagram, so we can use the aggregations. Means we are connect a two relationship with help of box, or we can say mention some boundary. So customer have maybe a company, employee and department. So it is a generalized concept, or we can say known as aggregations, where we use a customer perform some borrower relationship with help of loan. So it is one of the attributes where we are using in a aggregations. So we just divide a relationship set with a single attributes, and with help of different entities we are just go through this example. So એવું આપણે કહી શકીએ કે પ્રીવિયસ સ્લાઇડમાં આપણે જે એન્ટિટી સેટ્સ ને કનેક્ટ નથી કરતા એ લિમિટેશન્સ દૂર કરવા માટે ER ડાયાગ્રામમાં આપણે એગ્રીગેશન્સનો યુઝ કરીએ છીએ. ડાયાગ્રામમાં એવું દેખાડવામાં આવ્યું છે કે એમ્પ્લોય, કંપની અને ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટને એક અલગ સેક્શન્સમાં ડિવાઈડ કરી દઈએ, અને લોન અને કસ્ટમરને આપણે કનેક્ટ કરાવી શકીએ. સો જેનાથી શું થશે, we are just connect only two entity known as entity customer and entity loan, because it is a possible in ER diagram. So આપણે એવું કરી શકીએ કે કોઈ પર્ટિક્યુલર ટર્નરી રિલેશનશિપને એક પર્ટિક્યુલર એન્ટિટી ડિફાઇન કરી દઈએ, અને એ એન્ટિટી સેટને આપણે પર્ટિક્યુલર બીજી કોઈ એન્ટિટી સાથે કનેક્ટ કરાવી શકીએ. So as per graph says, a employee, company and department, it is a ternary relationship, but for the use of connection between two entity sets, we just provide a common entity known as a customer. So in a customer, there are some another entity as well as relationship sets. So it's very easy to understand that how we can manage aggregations on ER diagram and how we can remove limitations of ER diagram. મીન્સ આપણે એવું કરવાનું છે કે કોઈ દરેક વસ્તુને એક ફંક્શનાલિટી આપવા માટે એને કોઈ આપણે અલગ નામ આપી દઈએ, એ પર્ટિક્યુલર નામ સાથે આપણે બીજા કોઈ રિલેશનશિપને કનેક્ટ કરાવી શકીએ, બિકોઝ બે એન્ટિટીને તો આપણે ER ડાયાગ્રામમાં કનેક્ટ કરાવી શકીએ છીએ. સો આઈ હોપ યુ આર ક્લિયર વોટ ઇઝ ધ યુઝ ઓફ એગ્રીગેશન્સ, how we can represent aggregation in our diagram, as well as how we can remove some limitations which is provided by the ER diagram. So process of creating an entity by combining various components of ER diagram is called aggregation. Means creating an entity, as per example says, we create a customer entity by combining all the various components. It is known as aggregations. So we can easily connect a two entity in a ER diagram. Now we see the ER diagram of hospital management system. There are some entity known as the patients with help of attributes patient's ID and name. Hospital, it is one of the entity with help of two attributes hospital ID and name. And a doctor is one of the entity with help of doctor ID and doctor name. Patient have a primary key known as patient ID. Hospital have a primary key known as a hospital ID. And doctor have a primary key known as a doctor ID, which will be mentioned with the underlined attributes. In a patients and a hospital, connected with the relationship is known as a admitted. But as per previous mapping cardinality, we can say that a patients are more, they are admitted on a single hospital. So we can easily find out that it is a many to one relationship, because patients are more number of patients, but they are admitted on a single hospital. So arrow can justified is a one connectivity with the multiple attributes. Same thing, there are the lots of doctors available in a particular single hospital. So doctor are more numbers of doctors in a particular single hospital. So it is also the example of many to one. And patients and doctors are a many to many relationship, because there are no any kind of arrows, because there are the lots of patients take a lots of doctors in a hospital management system. Means in a hospital there are the lots of doctors, and in a hospital there are lots of patients. Means more number of patients as well as more number of doctors. So in a patients there may be a generalized concept we can implement it with help of indoor and outdoor subclasses. Means in a indoor we can use the IPD, or we can say indoor patients ID and room number, as well as outdoor patients known as OPD ID, or we can say outdoor patients ID and charges. With help of is a triangle, we divide our patients entity as a superclass and further divide a two subclass known as a indoor. One of the entity is part of patients, and outdoor entity, it is also part of patients. So it is the best way to represent a generalized concept in our ER diagram. As well as we divide a medical record with help of patients with a many to one relationship, because patient take more than one time medicines with a single medical store. So there are the lots of entry of a single person. So medical store have a many entity of particular single patient's record. What are the reducing the ER diagram to the database scheme? Means how we can reduce our ER diagram representation which are really complex in our database scheme. So step number 1, reduce the entity and a simple attributes. Means in a person entity there are lots of attributes known as a person ID, it is a primary key attributes. Name, it is a simple attributes. Address, it is also simple. city, and a phone number, it is a multiple attributes, because we know that a double circle, or we can say oval, our representation is a multiple attributes. So an entity of ER diagram is tuned into a table. Like as per we mentioned that if some of the entity we will represent in a ER diagram, it is known as a table in a database schema. So person, it is one of the table. There are the column known as a person ID, name, address, city. But we are not mention a phone number. Each attribute, or we can say expect the multiple attributes, because phone number is a multiple attributes, turn into a column name known as an attribute in a particular table. Because as my first lecture of unit number 2, we will go through this. What is ER diagram? It is just a pictorial representations of actual database schema. So it's really easy to understand that, or as per the ER diagram we can really understand to how to build a particular database or a particular table in a database. So ER diagram નો use એ જ છે કે આપણે ઇઝી ટુ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ કરી શકીએ કે કયા ટેબલ્સમાં કેટલી કોલમ્સ રાખવી અને કઈ કોલમ્સને પ્રાઇમરી કી આપવી, કઈ કોલમ્સને મલ્ટી વેલ્યુ એટ્રીબ્યુટ્સ રાખવા. So table name can be same as an entity name, means a person it is entity in ER diagram, but in a person a name, a table known as a database. Key attributes of entity is the primary key of the table, which is usually underlined, because we know that if in ER diagram some of the attributes mentioned with the underline, so it is mentioned that it is a primary key whenever you are creating a table in a database. It is highly recommended that every table should start with its primary key attributes, conventionally named as a table name ID. So it is just a optional thing, but it is the highly recommended, because whenever you are developer in a particular organization, they are recommended that whatever your table name, you first mention a primary key with same as a table name entity. With means we are using a person, it is a person ID, a primary key of person table. Second thing, reduce the multi-value attributes. Means whenever we represent our ER diagram, so we need to reduce a multi-value attributes. So it's very easy to represent in a database. As per figure says, a person have person ID and phone number. As previous diagram, person have ID known as a primary key of person table, and phone number, it is part of a multi-value attributes. So the multi-value attributes tune into a new table. So whenever some of the entity where multiple attributes will be mentioned, so we just divide into the table. As per diagram says, person have a phone number, there are the multiple attributes, so we just divide a phone number into some another table, or we can say person table. Phone number, it is one of the table, but we with help of a primary key we can use the, or we can find the phone number of unique person. So add the primary key column into the multi-value attributes table. Multi-value attributes means a phone number, it is a multi-value attributes of person table. So how we can take a unique phone number of a particular person? With help of primary key, we add a primary key into the next table, or we can say relation. With help of primary key, we can easily abstract a particular phone number of a particular person. So add the primary key column of the parent's entity table as a foreign key within the new, or we can say multi-value attributes. So then make a one-to-n relationship between the person table and a phone number table, because phone number it's mentioned with the multiple attributes, because a personal phone number, office phone number, business number, but person name it is only one. So we can say that one person have a multiple phone number. That's why we mentions that phone number is a multi-value attributes. But what we are studying in this particular slides, that reduce the multi-value attributes, so we can reduce the creating a table in a particular database. જેટલા મલ્ટી વેલ્યુ એટ્રીબ્યુટ્સ તમે ઓછા ડિફાઇન કરશો એટલા તમારા ડેટાબેઝમાં ટેબલ ઓછા ક્રિએટ કરવા પડશે. It is just a basic thing we will study in this particular slides. So a person, it is a T1 known as a table number 1, having a phone number, it is known as a table 2, which have many to one relationship because one person have the many phone numbers. Third thing, reduce the one-to-one mapping cardinality. Means a wife and person. Person having a single wife, it is known as a one-to-one relationship. Wife have attributes known as wife ID and wife name, and person have two different attributes known as a person ID and person name. Now, how to reduce the one-to-one mapping cardinality? Convert both the entities into a table with the proper attributes. Means if there are two different entity, between two entity, their mapping with a single to single, or we can say one to one cardinality. First process, we need to convert both the entity in a single table. Means as per diagram, if you want to create a table, so we require to create a two table known as a person table with help of person ID and person name, and wife table with help of wife ID, wife name. But if we want to reduce the one-to-one mapping cardinality, we just to create, or we just to mention a person ID in a wife table, or we can say a wife ID into the person table. So place the primary key of any of the table into the another table as a foreign key. So we can easily maintain our both the table with the single queries. Place the primary key of the wife table wife ID in the table person or as a foreign key. Means you can perform any of the two things. Wife table mentioned with the person ID as a foreign key, or a person table with the having of wife foreign key. Or place the primary key of the person table person ID in the table wife as a foreign key. So with help of mentions of primary key and foreign key, we can reduce a mapping cardinality. Second thing, one to n, or we can say one to many mapping cardinality. How we can reduce the one to many mapping cardinality? If house having a person, means person have multiple attributes with a single entity house, because એક ઘરમાં ઘણા બધા persons રહેતા હોય. So we can say that 1 to n means one house have, or we can say one person have a many house. So in a house there are the house ID and house name, and person have a person ID and person name. So how we can reduce it? Convert both the entity into the table with the proper attributes. Now first we need to convert both entity into table. So as per previously we will study that house it is a person, house it is a table name, as well as person is a table name. So in a person table there are the person ID and person name, two attributes, and house known as a house ID, house name, and person ID as a primary key. So place the primary key of table 1 having one mapping into the another table having a many cardinality as a foreign key. Means which have a single primary key, or we can say single relationship. Means person is a single relationship with a house known as a multiple cardinality. Means one person have a multiple house. એક પર્સનના ઘણા બધા હાઉસ હોઈ શકે. તો જેની એન્ટિટી સિંગલ છે, લાઈક પર્સન એક છે, તો એની પ્રાઇમરી કી આપણે જેની મલ્ટિપલ એન્ટિટીઝ છે, એટલે કે મલ્ટિપલ હાઉસીસ હોય છે, એની પ્રાઇમરી કીમાં આપણે એઝ એ ફોરેન કી મેન્શન્સ કરવાની છે. સો થ્રુ ધીસ we can reduce 1 to n mapping cardinality. Means place the primary key of person table, because it is a one relationship, person ID in the table house known as a n relationship as a foreign key. Now the third and the last one, reduce the n to n mapping cardinality. Means we can reduce a many to many relationship with help of this example. First we need to understand account have account number and balance, and customer have two different attributes known as customer ID and customer name. Now we need to convert a two entity with the table name. As previously we'll discuss, account table have account number and balance, and customer table have a customer and customer name attributes. How we can reduce? We need to convert both the primary key and foreign key and generate some new table and mention all the primary key in a new relationship. Create a separate table for a relationship. Means has account, we create a new table. In our new table, what are the different attributes? We can take both the primary key as a foreign key in our new relationship. Means we can say it is a one of the intermediate tables where we can easily find some unique relationship of both the table. Place the primary key of both the entity tables into a relationship table as a foreign key. So place the primary key of the customer table CID and account table ANO in the table has act as a foreign key. એવું આપણે કહી શકીએ કે બે અલગ અલગ ટેબલને મેનેજ કરવા માટે આપણે એક કોમન અને જનરલ ટેબલ બનાવીએ. એ જનરલ ટેબલ્સમાં બે ટેબલ્સના એટલે કે બે એન્ટિટીની પ્રાઇમરી કી એઝ એ ફોરેન કી યુઝ કરી લઈએ એટલે આપણને બધા જ યુનિક રેકોર્ડ્સ મળી જશે સિંગલ ટેબલમાંથી. સો ઇટ ઇઝ ધ જસ્ટ અ વે ધેટ we can reduce end-to-end mapping cardinality with help of generating some new relation, or we can say new table, and mention both the entity of primary key with a foreign key in a new relationship. Study is the reducing the ER diagram of the database with help of 3 different steps. Now we'll go through the summary of symbol used in a ER diagram. Means till a 6th lecture of unit number 2, what are the symbol we are using? I will just define in a 2 slides. Start with the entity, attributes, relationship, primary key with underline attributes, derived attribute with the dashed attributes, multi-value attributes known as a double OL, weak entity represent with the double square, disk eliminator attributes known as a dashed line, weak entity relationship with help of 2 diamonds, as well as participations. Whenever we discuss the total participation, we need to manage a 2 different line with the entity and relationship. Role indicate mention a role on a underline, or we can say direct line between a entity on relation. And a specialization and generalization, it is a really important to understand, or we can say remember, is a relation is a maintained or managed with the specialization and generalization. All the symbols are really important to represent or provide the richness in our ER diagram. Let's take some of the other symbols known as a one-to-one. Just mentions a arrow. Just focus on this arrow. One to many means E is a one and E is a many, because we are not mentioning any kind of arrows. Then many to one and many to many. So I hope you are clear that how we mention a many to many, many to one, one to many, and one to one mapping cardinality with help of arrows. And the last, a total specialization generalization. Whenever we understand a total participation, we are directly put a double line, because a total participation is represented with the double lines. What is disjointness? As previously we will discuss, if you want to represent disjointness in a specialization and generalization, we just maintain a D, as well as overlapping concept, we just use a overlapping specialization and generalization. Means we just mention a disjointness in a specialization and generalization on a is a triangle, and we need to maintain a overlapping. If we require our ER diagram, then we just write overlapping text on a is a triangle. I hope you are clear all the fundamental sticks of entity relationship model, how it's work, what are the importance of entity relationship model, what are the different symbols through which we can draw a specific ER diagram of a specific management system. Thank you so much.